Hello, all YouTube viewers. My name is Dennis Ramsey. Today's topic is who killed John F. Kennedy? I think I know who killed him. Anyhow, when they had the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Cubans hated John F. Kennedy. Also the Russians. The Russians hated John F. Kennedy. So my theory, it was either the Cubans or the Russians got a couple hitmen to assassinate John F. Kennedy. That's one of my theories. It was either the Russians or the Cubans. Another theory I have is the Mafia might have killed John F. Kennedy, and I'll tell you why. Back when John F. Kennedy was president, he was going to crack down on the Mafia and their gambling and activities. So he might have became hated. That's what I'm thinking. He might have became hated. Anyhow, there's different theories. A lot of people say it was Harvey Lee Oswald, but I'm not thinking that way. I'm thinking it was either the Mafia or the Cubans or the Russians. John F. Kennedy, when he was alive, he was hated by many different peoples and countries. He was hated by the Cubans. He was hated by the Russians. He was also hated by the Mafia. Now, even if, for argumental sake, let's say Harvey Lee Oswald did shoot John F. Kennedy from behind. He put a bullet in the back of his head, but there was two shooters, and I'll tell you what. Down at the grassy knoll, as they call it, by the wooden fence, there was a second shooter, because he caught a bullet on the forehead, I believe, or through the neck. It was one or the other. But he caught two bullets, one from behind. That could have been Harvey Lee Oswald, the shot from the back of the head. The second shot came in from the front, by the wooden fence by the grassy knoll. So I'm thinking there was two shooters, not one shooter, two shooters. So President John F. Kennedy was assassinated by two shooters, not one. I'm thinking it could have been a conspiracy. Harvey Lee Oswald was mixed up with the Cubans or the Russians, and you had a hitman in the front, and you had Harvey Lee Oswald in the back, shot him in the back of the head. And I think he caught a bullet either through the neck or through the forehead. So there was two shooters, not one. John F. Kennedy was hated by the Russians. He was hated by the Cubans. When they had the Cuban Missile problems, the Cubans hated John F. Kennedy. So it wouldn't surprise me if they sent a hitman to kill him. When you become hated, you know, anybody could get you. Anybody could get you. So I'm thinking it was either the Cubans or the Russians or the Mafia or Harvey Lee Oswald. But let's say Harvey shot John F. Kennedy from behind, put a bullet in the back of his head with a high-powered rifle. Okay, there was a second shooter down by the wooden fence, by the grassy knoll. So he caught a bullet in the forehead or through the neck. I looked at the autopsy photos and different things. I already looked at them. And one of the bullets caught him in the back of the head and took off part of his scalp. But he also got one that I think exited through the top of his head. So he got shot twice, not once. There was actually 3 bullets fired because the vice president caught a bullet. So actually, there was 3 bullets fired. One hit John F. Kennedy back of the head. I think he caught one through the neck or through the forehead. It was one or the other. And the vice president caught a bullet too. So you had 3 bullets fired, and you had 2 shooters. So I'm thinking Harvey Lee Oswald fired one bullet that caught President Kennedy in the back of the head, and he caught two bullets from the front. One hit John F. Kennedy, the other one hit the vice president. So it's possible you might have had three shooters. There's two for sure, but it's possible there might have been three shooters. So it could have been a conspiracy amongst the Mafia and Harvey Lee Oswald to shoot the president. Because if you remember, when Harvey Lee Oswald got killed himself, Jack Ruby shot Harvey Lee Oswald through the stomach when he was going to the courts or to the jail. Jack Ruby came up, bang, shot him in the stomach with 38. So what you got going on there, Jack Ruby had ties with the Mafia. I've been told different stories that the Mafia funded his bar. So Jack Ruby owed a debt to the Mafia, and to silence Harvey Lee Oswald, the Mafia got Jack Ruby to shoot Harvey through the stomach and kill him. So what you got going on here, there is a conspiracy. Now there's only three suspects. There's the Cubans, because you had the missile Cuban crisis. The Russians hated John F. Kennedy. And also the Mafia hated John F. Kennedy. Because John F. Kennedy was going to crack down on all their activities and make life hard for the Mafia. So let's go back. Okay, for argumental sake, Harvey Lee Oswald was in the library and shot John F. Kennedy in the back of the head, bang. That's one shot. Okay, down by the wooden fence in the grassy knoll, you got the Mafia there. There's two more shots fired there. One hits Kennedy either in the forehead or through the neck. So right there, Kennedy's been hit twice. And then you got the Vice President, Johnson. He was hit once. So you got three bullets, not one bullet. There's not one magic bullet there. There's three bullets. So you either had two shooters or three. Now which that is, I don't know. But it was a conspiracy. And the suspects, let's go through the suspect list. You got the Cubans, you got the Mafia, and you got the Russians. So one of those groups killed John F. Kennedy. And which one, I'm not really certain, but if I had to take an educated guess, I'm going to say it was Harvey Lee Oswald caught Kennedy in the back of the head with a bullet. Then I'm going to say it was the Mafia who was in the front and fired the other two bullets. Or it was the Cubans in the front that fired the other two bullets. But if you ever watched the film, the famous film on John F. Kennedy, in slow motion, you know there's at least two shooters, if not three. Because if you slow the film down, first shot you'll see John F. Kennedy getting shot in the back of the head, and his head slumps forward. Then the second shot from the front, you'll see Kennedy's head go back. It'll go backwards. And if you look at the shots fired, you got three shots fired. Two hit Kennedy, it's marked, and the other one hits the Vice President. So you got three shots fired. So it's possible you had Harvey Lee Oswald shot Kennedy in the back of the head. The Mafia or the Cubans or the Russians fired the other two bullets from the front. Because John Kennedy got hit twice. John F. Kennedy was hit twice. The Vice President was hit once. So we know there's three bullets. We know that three bullets have been fired. Two from the front, and one from the back. If you ever watch the film, you'll see Kennedy, when he's hit in the back of the head, he slumps forward. And then the second bullet, he hits him in the head or the neck, and he goes backwards. That's two bullets. And then the third one hits the Vice President. So you got three bullets, not one magic bullet there. There's three bullets. So, suspect list, it's either the Mafia, the Russians, or the Cubans. Now, which one of those three? That's anybody's guess. But anyhow, shortly after, a couple of years later, actually, it 3 or 4 years later, Robert Kennedy got assassinated by Sirhan Sirhan. So, the Kennedy brothers had bad luck. So Jack Ruby shot Harvey Lee Oswald in the stomach because he didn't want Harvey to talk. Because Harvey Lee Oswald probably knew the conspiracy of the other people that were involved in the assassination. So you got 3 bullets fired, 1 hits Kennedy from behind, you got 2 fired from the front, so Johnson gets hit, and Kennedy gets hit twice. So there's 3 bullets fired. That means there's either 2 shooters or 3 shooters, and which one it is, I don't know. I really don't know. See, when you fire a bullet at a moving target, you know, I've hunted back in the 70s. I used to shoot deers and rabbits. When you fire 1 bullet, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get a second shot off. You're only going to get that 1 shot, because you're hitting a moving target. So I'm thinking there was 3 shooters or 2 shooters. He got hit from the front twice, and once from the behind and back of the head. So there's either 2 shooters or 3 shooters. It's interesting. Anyhow, that's my theory. I think there was 2 shooters or 3 shooters, because Kennedy was hit in the back of the head once, that's 1 bullet, and he got hit from the front, that's number 2 bullet, and number 3 hit the vice president. So you got 3 bullets fired, and I'm thinking, now from the front you could fire 2 bullets, because the target's coming towards you. So there might have been 1 shooter in the front that fired 2 bullets, and Oswald fired the bullet in the back of Kennedy's head. So that's how the 3 bullets come to be. You had 2 bullets fired from the front, and 1 bullet from the back. Vice President was hit once, Kennedy was hit twice. Question is, was it the Mafia, the Russians, or the Cubans? Because you got to remember, John F. Kennedy was hated. Even though he would have been a good president, he was hated by different peoples. Anyhow, that's my theory. Check out my YouTube videos and subscribe. I just thought I'd throw that out there because it was something I wanted to talk about. You have a nice day. Bye for now.